Hey. Huh? For sure. Hey. You know what we do? That's what they do. Hey, hey. What up, fam? This your boy, man, back. Had to do that right there, man, cause that's what they do, you feel me? Switcheroo. You know what I'm saying? Coming at y'all with that vibe, man. We finna get into some information, man. That kind of just hit your boy. You know what I'm saying? As we digging deeper, man. But you know what I'm saying? But I just want y'all to keep in mind, man. Switcheroo is the ultimate. You know what I'm saying? That just classifies everything of what has happened. They done hit it with the switcheroo. So let's dig a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We've been digging on this SF 181 forum, right? We've been talking about being white American Indians, right? Now, you know what I'm saying? We all digging, we all building as a fam. You know what I'm saying? Now I know a lot of my people got questions. You know what I'm saying? And concerns based upon this white things. And believe me, partner, I do too. You know what I'm saying? But one thing, like they always say, man, it's babies in the bathwater. Man, there's so many babies in this little raggedy behind bathwater right here. It don't even make no sense. You feel what I'm saying? So let's get that at least, because based upon all this information I'm finna bring in this little video right here, at the end we need to ask us one question. We need to be asking one question. That, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna formulate that question at the end. But that's the question that we need to be asking, you know, based upon this white, you know what I'm saying, information. So, you know, and my brother Winifred, man, shouts out to Winifred Holcomb. That's my brother, bro. I love you. You know what I'm saying? You always bringing something out of me, bro. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, when people ask me questions, man, the spirit just be flowing and I just be dropping jewels and I don't even be knowing. You know what I'm saying? But, bro, I know we all building, we all asking questions, man. I appreciate you for that, bro. And I love you for that, you know what I'm saying? And I thank you for how you helping me progress. You know what I'm saying? So what I want to do, and I hope you don't mind, brethren, is I want to read your comment to the people. You know what I'm saying? And just show them the little discourse we was having based upon the term white. You feel what I'm saying? Because some people may have the same questions as you and the same concerns. You feel what I'm saying? But now, before we do that, we want to look at white, right? Now look at the definition of white, right? A person having origins in any of the original peoples of Europe, the Middle East, or North Africa. Now, pay attention to these particular landmasses and why they are considered white. And the question that the brother Winifred Holcomb has on the term, right? So I just wanted to hit you with that. So keep this particular land and group of people right here in mind based upon the definition of the category of white. Okay, so this is what my brother dropped on me. He say the only thing I'm saying is when you look at the definitions given to you on that form, their definition of white says what? Okay, we just got it right. Real quick, it says any of the original peoples of Europe, Middle East, or North Africa. The bro say, according to the form now. According to the form, I do not fall under the category of white. I'm not European or African. He said, great teaching, bro, and I completely understand, but according to the definitions of that particular form, which they give the definitions, I would not fit under white. Not as skin color, but by the definition, I am not a European or African, feel me? Just according, Just according to the given definitions of that document. Etymology may say something else for the definition of white, but in context of that document, white does not mean pure or holy. Okay, the definitions are about land, not color or status. Great, awesome though, bro. Okay, so that's what he say. Now, you might have the same question, concern, you know what I'm saying, and that is a very valid point. But you know what I'm saying, I'm finna read what I say to the brother. I say, Dang, there's two of these. Hold on, man. Let me try to delete one of these jokers. I ain't mean to have two of them up there. Okay. I say once you understand why those particular lands in that definition are considered white, then you'll understand what white truly means in law. Until then, we'll keep going in a loop about the word while still retaining a second-class citizenship on our own land. I say, we sprang out of the soil in whiteness when the land was all one landmass. Our inheritance based on tribe just happens to be over here after the land split, right? I say, classify yourself what you wish, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? This ain't something, I don't feel like something, I'm not trying to put nothing on you like you got to do something or anything like that. We just getting the babies out, right? So, you know what I'm saying? Classify yourselves what you wish, but none of which are going to put you in a worse classification of property than you already in. You feel what I'm saying? So let's just, keep that in mind. So I come back, you know what I'm saying? Because rather than having somebody, I'd rather just help them understand what I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? And this is where the drop is really in. You feel what I'm saying? I say we looking to be white Autochthon / Aboriginals of the Americas to put ourselves in a better position to serve the Most High and our tribe, right? To obtain certain things so that we can be, you know what I'm saying, a better utensil in our upliftment and in redemption, right? I say to put ourselves in a better position to serve the Most High and our tribe, not just white. You feel me? We're not just trying to be classified as just white. We're trying to be classified as white Aboriginals. I say that wouldn't put you in the African or European status. It will put you on the playing field of those who are Confederate against you. I say, think about this. If these people made themselves sovereign, right? If they made themselves sovereign based on an ecclesiastical claim, using the Bible, and they translated that script, that manuscript in their language, being English or whatnot, however you want to look at it, I say, then how does the Bible speak, right? Now, I'm going to just read the comment, but we're going to dig into it, you know what I'm saying? I say, Job 30:30, my skin is black upon me. I say, this is not in reference to his melanation, as we would believe, but in reference to Job being at a low estate, being afflicted with tribulation and mourning. Lamentations 4:7. Her Nazarites were purer than snow. They were whiter than rubies. They were whiter than milk. Repeat that. I'm going to read it again. Her Nazarites were purer than snow. They were whiter than milk. They were more ruddy in body than rubies. Their polishing was of sapphire. We all know snow is white, but instead it said purer. Then use white to describe milk, which is the same color as snow, but still reference body color as ruddy, right? This is the biblical language and power in which they have set themselves up in government / rulership. Ain't it funny how the term now applies to lands associated with so-called Edom and Ishmael, the same ones who were the first listed as Confederates against you in Psalm 83. Both Ishmael and Edom lost the inheritance to their younger brothers, which is now you, as a descendant of Jacob. Hold on, get the shot. Wait. Both Ishmael and Edom lost the inheritance to their younger brothers, which is now you, as a descendant of Isaac and Jacob. And now all of a sudden you are subjected in black and they are white and in rulership? Let's think about that. You feel what I'm saying? But let's dig on this biblical language for a second. Alright, so check this out. Alright, we're in Job 30:30, right, where it says, my skin is black upon me. My bones are burned with heat, right? Now, a lot of people use that verse because they think it's talking about the melanation, right? Showing that we are black, right? But check this out, right? Like he say, my bones are burned with heat. You know what I'm saying? Go up a little bit. My bowels boiled and rested not. The days of affliction prevented me, right? I went mourning without the sun, right? You feel what I'm saying? My heart is tuned to mourning. Understand that black is not talking about his skin color. It's talking about his condition, right? Him being at a lower state. Because remember, right? think about it. Job really went from white to black, right? He went from having everything being established, somebody sovereign and really important in the eyes of the Most High, to having nothing, to Satan test. You know what I'm saying? The Most High testing him through Satan and taking everything from him. Now he's in a state of mourning, a low estate, right? Because think about just to show you, like he say, you would think my bones are burned with heat. We say, okay, see, he's burned, he's dark in color. But let me show you something. Okay, so I'm gonna take you over here to the books of the Apocrypha. We're gonna go to Sirach, right? Sirach chapter 2 verse 4. Check out what it says. It says, whosoever is brought upon thee, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, right? And be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. You feel what I'm saying? So whatever the Most High done put on you to bear, you know what I'm saying, as a soldier, as a warrior, take it cheerfully. And be patient when he put you at a lower state, when you're down on you feel me, on your last or whatnot, and you ain't doing too good. You know what I'm saying? He said be patient, you know what I'm saying, when thou art changed to a lower state. Because we all know life is an EQ of highs and lows, right? 1 minute, nigga, you balling, you know what I'm saying, everything going good, you got, you know what I'm saying, you got bread, you got whatever you need, you know what I'm saying, the next thing you know, you're down bad. You feel what I'm saying? So he say be patient, you know what I'm saying, when you change to a lower state, and whatever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. He say, for gold is tried in the fire, right? And acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. You feel what I'm saying? Because the Most High, what? The Most High, he say what? We the jewels of the Most High, right? Most High like rocking fine jewelry, right? We the temples of the Most High, so the Most High gotta wear us. You feel what I'm saying? He like rock, so he gonna put that heat on you. You feel what I'm saying? To refine you, to refine that gold, right? Because acceptable men, he say, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So when Job say, my bones are black, he say, when he say my bones are burned with heat, he's talking about the fact that he's going through the furnace of adversity, right? He's going through it, right? Because the Most High has put him at a what? At a lower state. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, so we're going to come over here to Jeremiah, the famous Jeremiah 14:2. Everybody use that to say, you know, it's referring to skin color, that the Jews are black. But what is it really saying? He say Judah mourneth, right? Judah is going through it. You feel me? The gates thereof languish, meaning he don't have no established government, right? It has fallen, right? Judah mourneth, the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, right? The cry of Jerusalem is going up. So think about that now. Is this really talking about skin color, or is it talking about their condition? You feel what I'm saying? And their status now, that their gates are now language. Okay, we're going to dig one more time on the word black in the Bible, but I'm going to save that one for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We're going to dig in white right now. And I'm going to just get one verse, the verse out of Lamentations 4 and 7. You feel what I'm saying? Because really, I feel like that's all we need. You know what I'm saying? Because it's perfect right there. But now what we were just talking about, like when we was reading Sirach, right? It's crazy how Lamentations 4 opened up and say, how is the gold become dim? You feel what I'm saying? How is the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street. You say, the precious sons of Zion comparable to fine gold, right? How are they esteemed as earthen pitchers? The work of the hands of the potter. Alright, so we're going to jump down, but I just wanted to read them two verses because, you know what I'm saying, I felt like that was crazy based upon what we were just talking about. Alright, we're going to jump to verse 7. It says, her Nazarites, right? Now, Nazarite means what? Someone who is separate and have taken the holy vow, right? But the word Nazar literally means separate, right? So it said her Nazarites were purer than snow. Okay, snow is pure. You know snow is white, right? They were whiter than milk. Okay, so you know how the Bible speaks, it'll say something like that, and then it'll basically like reestablish what it hadn't just said. It's right here. It's like the same case, right? Her Nazarites were purer than snow. They were whiter than milk, right? So then it says they were more ruddy in body than rubies. Their polishing was of sapphire. Okay, so then it come down here and say what? Their Their visage is blacker than a coal. They are not known in the streets. Okay? Now this might go back up to who they were talking about, how the gold become dim. Right? Because the gold become dim because what? It hasn't been refined through that furnace, right? Through that heat, right? Coal go through pressure and become a what? A diamond, right? That, you know what I'm saying? It becomes that carbon and that pressure, however you want, you know what I'm saying? However it go, it turned into a diamond. You feel what I'm saying? A jewel, right? So, but right here it say her Nazarites were purer than snow. They were whiter than milk, right? But now that's a status. That's a level of spirituality and righteousness, right? Then it say they were more ruddy in body than rubies. That's giving you the complexion right there. Their Adamic complexion, right? They're being ruddy, red, brown, of the earth, mahogany. You know what I'm saying? All that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in perspective, right? Okay, you know what I'm saying? Now we done got the terms situated, and we understand that that's the biblical language in which these people are speaking, right? Because they translated that into their language. So if that's how the Bible talking, and they set themselves up in an ecclesiastical manner based upon that manuscript, then wouldn't they set themselves in power based, you know what I'm saying, in the same version of sovereignty that the Bible states? You feel what I'm saying? So now let's check out the Confederacy, right? In Psalms 83, right? Let's read it. It say, a song or psalm of Asaph. Keep not thou silence, O God, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. Say, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. Now, they that hate thee have lifted up the head. Okay? Understand that. They say, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people, right? They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off. You know what the scripture let us cut them off from being a nation. Okay. That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Alright. That's what they came together and said, let us do that, right? You know what I'm saying? Let us come together so that we may cut them off, right, from being sovereign and pure and being a nation established under ecclesiastical law, because that's the only way we will be in power is through the Most High, because we are in a direct covenant with Him. So He not finna just allow us to be established any type of way, right? We come in rulership up under Him, right? So He said, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be in no more remembrance. All right? They say, for they have consulted together with one consent, right? They done came together with one consent, that they are confederate against thee, which is you, Jacob, right? Now the first verse in the Confederacy is really all we need for this video. You feel what I'm saying? That'll tell us everything we need to know. Alright? It says the tabernacles of Edom. Okay. And the Ishmaelites. Right? Now those are the first two things we get. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites. Right? Okay? Of Moab. Bam. And the Hagarenes. Now this verse, like I said, this verse giving us so much drop, right? Because understand this connection right here. Edom and Ishmael, right? Edom had Ishmaelite wives. Okay? Now understand something. These are two brothers of yours that came before you and did not receive the covenant. You feel what I'm saying? Ishmael came before Isaac, but Isaac got the covenant. Now Ishmael feels some type of way. So then the covenant then gets passed down, right? And now you got Edom and Jacob. Edom came out first, but Jacob got the covenant. Now Edom feels some type of way. Now these jokers done consulted together with one consent and then came together against you, right? With the help of these folks. You know what I'm saying? All these folks. But it's important with these two names right here, right? The Hagarenes. Because who is the Hagarenes? You know what? Stop. Uh-oh, hold on. Uh-oh. I guess it's alright, so it's the Hagarenes. You already know what that is. Okay? Hagarenes, Hagarites. See who these people is. Okay? Hagarenes is a term widely used by early Syriac, Greek, Coptic, Armenian sources to describe the early Arab conquerors of Mesopotamia, Syria, and Egypt. Damn. Look at that. Right? But this is what we want. The Syriac term Hagarit or whatever can be roughly translated as the followers of descendants of Hagar. Right? Because a Hagarite means a descendant of, right? So a Hagarite is a descendant of of Hagar. You feel what I'm saying? The name used interchangeably with Ishmaelite. You see what I'm saying? Came also to mean any Muslim. Okay? So, that ain't what I want. So understand now, Ishmael, Edom done got confederate with his uncle, right? Because both of them ain't received the covenant and you did. They done got Moab, right? These Moab, we've been digging on these Moabites, right? These Moabites and these Moors and stuff like that. Okay? Then they get the brothers of Ishmael, right? The ones that descend from the mother of Ishmael, right? To be confederate against you, right? To cut you off from being a nation. Okay? Because understand this, like I said in the last video with the ecclesiastical law, when you dishonor, right? When you dishonor your ecclesiastical claim to power by breaking that covenant that established you in divine rulership, and the Most High withdrew his divine audience from over you and separated himself from you, right? Who do you think would have been first in line to receive that inheritance, right? Jacob has now dishonored his ecclesiastical claim to power by dishonoring the covenant. He broke the covenant, therefore losing his inheritance. Now who's finna be first in line, right? Probably the brothers who didn't get it, who wanted it because they felt like they should have got it, because they were what? They were born first. They, you know what I'm saying? They were first descendants. They were first sons. So now look at the SF 181, and you see White is dealing with a person having any origins of the original peoples of Europe, Middle East, or North Africa. You see lands associated with Edom, Ishmael, and Moab and all that are now the sovereigns, right? Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about that. Jacob received that covenant and that sovereign rulership as white. Then when he dishonored it, right, his brother came and picked it up, and now you're subjugated and you're black, and these particular group of people are now classified as white. Okay, so when we went to Galatians 4, right, with the sun and hairs, right, we had went down. Paul had gave us this example of Hagar and Sarah, right? Now, what he said in verse 23, he was like, well, it started in that verse 22. Matter of fact, I'm starting at 21, my bad. Tell me, ye that desire to be under the law, do ye not hear the law? For it is written that Abraham had two sons, the one by a bondmaid and the other by a free woman. But he who was of the bondwoman was born after the flesh, but he who was of the free woman was by promise. Right? Jump down a little bit. He tell us what? Let me see. Hold on. Okay, jump down 28. Say, now we, brethren, as Isaac, are children of the promise. Right? But as then he that was born after the flesh, right? Which is what? He that was born of the bondwoman, Hagar, is the one who was born after the flesh, right? So, he that was born after the flesh persecuted him that was born after the spirit. even so is it now, right? Even so is it now. Now, think about that, okay? Because now, those who were born of the bondwoman of the flesh have now came and are now confederate against you. You feel what I'm saying? Now think about that, right? Because we talk about ecclesiastical law and ecclesiastical claim, right? It's funny how these two, right? If we're just gonna say that Edom is referring to these Europeans, however it go, whatever. They say Edom is the white man. Like I say, Edom means red, so it can't be signifying him as the white man. You feel what I'm saying? But whoever Edom is, you know what I'm saying? We know he's confederate against us with Ishmael. Now think about this. You have one who have established themselves based upon an ecclesiastical claim of power using the scriptures, right? Using the Bible. You have another one who has established themselves in ecclesiastical claim and divine right, a rulership and self-governance under power, under another spiritual manuscript, the Quran, right? And these are two of the most known religious and historical documents, right? Books that governments are established under. You feel what I'm saying? And one of the books is based upon another one, right? Because we know the Quran has rules that stem from the Bible. You feel what I'm saying? Now they have used their ecclesiastical claim and their records and their religious, law and doctrine to take the covenant that the inheritance that you lost due to your dishonoring of your ecclesiastical right to power, and now have claimed that joker. You feel what I'm saying? Now their lands and their territories and their people have this sovereign status. Cause check this out. Okay, when we go and check out Songs of Solomon, right? You know what I'm saying? Now this is another, you already know what I'm going to get at. This is another one that a lot of people used to use to show the blackness or the melanation in the Jews, right? But it might not be talking about that. You feel what I'm saying? So now we know Solomon, right? He was dealing with a lot of women. But one of the women that we know he was dealing with was the Queen of Sheba. Supposedly, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm not sure who wrote these this particular song to Solomon, you know what I'm saying? But check out what she say. All right, Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5 say, I am black. Check that out, right? I am black but comely. You know what I'm saying? I'm black but I'm beautiful. O ye daughters of Jerusalem. Okay, so she's telling the daughters of Jerusalem, hey, I'm black but I'm comely, right? I'm beautiful. You know what I'm saying? O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar. So she's saying she is black as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon, right? Look not upon me because I am black, because the sun have looked upon me. Now there's some drop right there. You feel what I'm saying? Because she's saying that she is black as the tents of Kedar. Okay, Kedarites, right? Spelled Kedarites, alright. Kedar, are sometimes referred to as the kingdom of Kedar, a largely nomadic, ancient Arab tribal confederation. Okay, described as the most organized of the northern Arabian tribes. Alright. Okay, Bible tradition holds the Kedarites are named for Kedar, the second son of Ishmael. Okay, right? Ishmael is considered to be the ancestral forefathers of the Arab people, right? With Islam. Okay, I wanted to get this right here. When you type in Kedar, and then on the wiki page you see right here it say what? Abraham, Ishmael, Kedar, genealogical line. Okay, so we see Kedar, right, is from the line of Ishmael. He's the second son of Ishmael. So she's saying that she is black as the tents or the houses of Kedar, right? If now think about that, right? Kedar is the son of Ishmael, right? Ishmael didn't receive the inheritance, Isaac did. So Isaac has an ecclesiastical claim to rulership under divine ordinance of the covenant and inheritance, with the Most High. He's white and sovereign, right? His brother Ishmael ain't. You feel what I'm saying? He's black, right? That's why I say they hit you with the switcheroo. Because what? They use their ecclesiastical claim and their biblical manuscript to come over here and say what? That you were savages and uncivilized, right? Right? Therefore calling you black. But check this out. When you go to Genesis 16, we know what? Let's see if we can get it real quick. We know what? Shall call his name Ishmael, because the Lord hath heard thy affliction, and he will be a wild man. Wow. So if Ishmael is a wild man, right? Ain't that a savage? You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't a wild man be technically what you mean when you're referring to savages, like wild man? Like his hand will be against every man's hand against him. He shall dwell in the presence of his brethren. You know what I'm saying? He was dwelling in the wilderness. Ain't that what they came over here and was like? You're dwelling in the wilderness. You're wild people. You're savages, right? So if Ishmael's son, right? If Ishmael is a wild man and his son is Kedar, right? And they did not receive the ecclesiastical claim and inheritance to divine rulership, right? They got their own little, covenant. Then wouldn't that would make what? Kedar black, right? Like she say. You get it. She say, I'm black, right? As the tense of Kedar, right? The son of Ishmael, right? Ishmael was a wild man. His sons, they were wild men, right? Meaning savages, meaning black. So they hit you with the switcheroo. Now you're the wild man, the savages, right? Now you're black, right? Now they none came over here and used their ecclesiastical, because you done dishonored yours, so they none came up on you and took the covenant real fast in the inheritance and I claimed it. And I done said that you're the wild man, you're the savage, you're the black. They done hit you with the switcheroo, pop, 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 like I told you. Like you think about it, black means what? Pale. Colorless, like when somebody's down and out. They say, oh, you're looking all down and pale. Right? It's like there's no life in you when somebody say you look pale. You feel what I'm saying? There's no life in you. The law is the life. So if you're disconnected from the covenant, there is no life in you. You feel? You're black. You're dry bones, Ezekiel 37. You feel me? Alright, check out this comment right here with the brother Mr. Wright 75 say. Shouts out to you, bro. Hope all is well. You know what I'm saying? He say, I'm glad somebody talking about laws, statutes, and amendments/commandments. Finally, common law is the true common sense which the people can govern themselves again, but only through gaining your private capacity will you become free of the system, laws, and lies, and gain any of your kings and queens statuses back. Bar members practice Roman canon law and ecclesiastical law is the court system that plays the game of the religious gods over the system of people. The illuminated ones at C/sight, not C. Okay, like Don Juan said, you must know your part, meaning know thyself, know who you are in the courtroom. Gaining control or ownership of your birthright is key. Now check this part out. Gaining control of your or ownership of your birthright is key, meaning your birth certificates, because we all were sold at birth, like Esau sold his birthright to Jacob. That's where bondage/bondage/slavery begins for all human beings on this earth. I'm glad I woke up to this video. Thanks for shining your light, bro. Now check out what he just said. Right? He said, gaining control or ownership of your birthright is key, meaning your birth certificates, because we are sold at birth, like Esau sold his birthright to Jacob. Now we know what? We just been digging at who? Right? The same people who didn't receive the covenant, right, or the inheritance, is now confederate against you. One of them being Edom, right, who sold his birthright to you, right? He sold his birthright to you and didn't receive the inheritance of the covenant. Now you done lost it, and now he done snatched the joker back, and now he around this joker selling your birthright. You feel what I'm saying? He done sold his birthright. Now he over this joker selling your birthright all across the market in trade and commerce, making money off it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, man, really look into what this is saying. You feel me? In the drop that is giving you. Whether you do it or go through it or not, take the baby out the bathwater and get an understanding, man, that our scriptures is true and real, and that these oppressive systems that our scriptures was telling us is over us is exactly who is over us. And they have hit us with that switcheroo and you know what I'm saying, finessed us real decent, like took our status and not unclaimed it because we dishonor our ecclesiastical right to power with that covenant, and the brothers who didn't receive it and then came up under and snatched it up, and now they receive and bear the sovereign status. You feel what I'm saying? And now you black or wild or a savage and not capable of self-government and rulership over yourself because you're not civilized enough. You're a savage. You're a wild man, and they hit you with their title. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm gonna tell you how, you know what I'm saying, how divine, man, I feel like this really is, dog. Because I'm gonna tell you, yesterday when I had that video, that ecclesiastical video, man, I had it on my mind since the day before. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't make it because, you know, it was too much going on. You know what I'm saying? So I had to slid to the country for a little bit just to cool out. You know what I'm saying? And I was just, man, it was on my mind to make this video. And when I finally got the chance to do it, I was trying to leave the country and do it. But while I was about to leave, man, my cousin, he was talking to me. He was like, man, listen, man, you know what I'm saying? As I was talking about stuff, like, he was like, man, I was watching this movie, Tarzan. You know what I'm saying? Now, what he was saying really ain't have nothing to do, you know, what I was thinking about the ecclesiastical stuff or whatnot. But he was just telling me about it, and I was like, man, it's some drop in that movie, because somebody was trying to get me to watch it, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't. He was like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely some drop in there. You know what I'm saying? So I was all right. So I went home right then, right? Made the video, you know what I'm saying? Cause like I said, it was just bearing on my spirit to make, you know what I'm saying? I made the ecclesiastical video. Right after I made that video, I put in the movie Tarzan, right? Watched it. Man, the first thing that came on the movie blew my mind. Because when the movie first come on, you see it say King Leopold has stated a claim on the Congo, that the Congo lands of Africa and the minerals that are in it, right? And then you see, you know what I'm saying, the European walking through the field with his cross necklace. I say, oh my God. I say, man, it don't get no, like, that just showing you right there. They make ecclesiastical claim, right, through religious manners upon land. And then, like I showed you in the video, what that dude said in that interview on the Roman canon law versus natural law, he said it's easy to enforce a claim when you got a gun, right? Canon law. He said you might think, when you hear canon, you might think of cannons like pirate ships, you know what I'm saying, but it's referring to something else. But think about this though, when you see the movie when it first come on, and you see that the claim has been claimed over the land, the claim has been stated over the land, and he walks through with his necklace with the cross on it, symbolizing his you know what I'm saying, his religious association. He now has an army with him that shoot up, you know what I'm saying, that go in the natives' junk and they shoot up the natives, right? You feel what I'm saying? Enforcing the claim that has been stated on the land. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my God, man, that's what it is, dog. You know what I'm saying? Then so I went back the next day, and my cousin, he was watching the movie in the house, and my stepdaddy was over there. You know what I'm saying? My stepdaddy, man, we watching the movie, dog. And, you know what I'm saying? My stepdaddy, dog, you know what I'm saying? He's a real street nigga. You know what I'm saying? He ain't really on, but he's one of the wisest niggas I ever met in my life. You feel what I'm saying? But he, you know what I'm saying? He just, you know, he in the streets he was in the streets real heavy, and he was in and out of prison through my, you know what I'm saying, throughout my life. But you know what I'm saying? But his wisdom, man, you know, he that type of person with that type of influence. You know what I'm saying? When he speaks, whoever he is, you gonna listen. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, man, Tarzan. He was like, he was looking at the way Tarzan was interacting with the animals, man. He was like, man, listen, man. He was like, Tarzan. He was just playing with the name. He was like, Tarzan, Arzan, Azan. He was like, man, Tarzan, that's Adam. You feel me? I'm like, whoa, he say, man, he was talking about how in the beginning God told Adam to name the animals, right? He said, man, if you naming them animals, that means you got a certain connection over the animal. Because we know what? God gave Adam dominion over the animals, right? So he was like, man, Tarzan, that's Adam. You know what I'm saying? That Adam, he got a connection to the plant. Because think about it, Adam means of the ground, right? God formed man from the dust of the ground, right? Adam means of the ground, right? But also, what do you say? Out of the ground made the Lord God to grow every tree that is pleasant in his sight and good for food. The tree of life in the midst of the garden, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Okay, jump down a little bit. Let me see. Okay, you jump down to verse 19. He say, out of the ground, right? The Lord God formed every beast of the field, right? And every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. Whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. And Adam gave names to the cattle and the fowls of the air and to every beast of the field, right? So understand, out of the ground, right, come the cattle, come the trees, come the plants, come the fruit, come, you know what I'm saying? And come Adam. So Adam, right, now being of the ground, being the divine ruler of all of this, you know what I'm saying, has a connection with all of it because it all stems from the same source, right? He come out the ground just like the trees. They're connected to the soil, right? You as an autochthon, right, being connected to the soil, having divine rulership. You feel what I'm saying? How connected to your plane are you really? You feel what I'm saying? What is really your divine status, right? Who done came and unclaimed something due to some religious law and used their army and the sword to enforce it, right? Esau come with the sword, right? You know what I'm saying? Use that to enforce it. Now you over this joker, right? Disconnected, black as a wild man, as a savage, right? And a second class citizen on your own land. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, let's just get the babies out the bathwater. We continue to build, and I hope that right there put a lot of things in perspective. I love y'all as always, man. Stay safe. Keep them laws, statutes, and commandments so we can rise up in an ecclesiastical manner and be established in self-government. Peace. Shalom.